Alrighty, hello and welcome Fridur tribe to the first tribal council of the season. Before we get into the votes tonight, I do have some questions for everybody. So just bear with me as we get through them since we know there's a lot of y'all on this tribe. The first question I have tonight is for John. John, you guys lost the challenge by only 2 points tonight. How did it feel to see the scores end up so close? And do you agree with the judges' scores?
Well, it definitely felt like a swift kick in the nuts because we definitely put some hard effort into that. While the scores were there, I don't completely agree with the judges. I mean, some of them even said ours actually were better, yet they still scored the other tribe better. So, I mean, I don't understand that logic. But it is what it is. I mean, I think it was the double blow, I think, for us losing Melissa and then having to hear just hours later that we lost. So, I mean, it was getting a punch in the face and then a punch in the gut right afterwards.
Right. And speaking of the unfortunate losses, Noah, with Melissa's unfortunate early exit and the tribe losing another member tonight, how do you feel after having such a rough start to the season as a tribe?
Yeah, I think I speak on like behalf of the tribe that we all miss Melissa so much. Like she just brought this kind, energetic, carefree spirit to the tribe. And as someone who works in like the healthcare field, I know like firsthand how hard cancer is on like her specific patient population. So I can only imagine how hard it is going into remission and all that, and then how much she's been through, etc. So it's really hard losing such a strong, happy person right off the bat before immunity, and then still realizing we had to make up like another slide before like the time limit was up. Thank God we had a slide prepared, or else I think we would have lost by maybe a bit more. But yeah, it just sucks going into that with like back after back blow.
Thank you. And I do say that I think speaking for all of production and of course for all of the members in the game, we all wish Melissa well and we are sorry to see her go due to these circumstances, but we hope that everything gets better for her and we appreciate her being a part of the Triumph family still. So thank you for that. Next up, I have a question for Topher. Topher, since this season the tribes are starting off with larger tribe numbers, do you feel like it's an advantage or a disadvantage to be in a larger tribe as opposed to a smaller tribe?
So I think that there's advantages and disadvantages to both. So it's hard to really say. When it comes to being in a larger tribe, especially when you're on a game that takes place over Zoom as opposed to being on an island, you have to like, or Skype, not Zoom, sorry. You have to like make sure that you're building these connections and like reaching out to people. And like when you're on a tribe of say 6, it's a lot easier to communicate with 5 people than it is to communicate with 9 people. However, when you're on a tribe, the advantages and disadvantages, if you're on a tribe of say 6, then it's a lot harder to hide than if you're on a tribe of say 10. So I think that both have their pros and both have their cons. I'm very grateful that we've started out on a tribe of 10 because of the fact that, you know, sadly, we did lose somebody that meant a lot to us as a tribe. And, you know, then losing the challenge, instead of us being down to 4, now we're going to be down to 8. So there's a little bit more time to rebound.
Moving on over to Destiny. Destiny, when you are deciding who to vote out tonight, do you feel like the decision has been more based on keeping the tribe strong for challenges, or do you think it's more based on the relationships you've been able to make with others so far? For some reason, I cannot hear you. I know you're unmuted, so I don't know if there's something with your sound. If you want to try again.
How about now?
Yes, perfect.
We can hear you.
I don't do technology and I'm on a fancy gaming computer. So I said purple 7. I don't know what everyone else does kind of for their votes. For me, my evening was very chaotic, so I didn't really get to have really good conversations with people, and I'm really sorry. I was flying home today, and so I landed, I drove home, I got to hug my kid, and I made really fake promises of, yeah, let's talk before tribal, and then I didn't, and I'm sorry about it. So my decision went off of like kind of scrolling through chat and picking off of what I think the vote's going to be, and that's how I'm deciding how to vote. So
Fair enough.
you know, if there's a random vote somewhere, it was probably
Well, we shall see in a little while then, huh? Next question I have is for Jonathan. Jonathan, we all know that trust is super important when it comes to making these kind of hard decisions. But since this is the first tribal council of the game, do you feel like it's harder to have that trust in other people so far? And how do you think this vote will allow you to gain trust from others? And you are muted as well, love.
I think I was unmuted and I muted myself. I think, yeah, first tribal, you never really know where the trust is coming from. So it is a lot harder first tribal. And after this, we'll all have at least one vote to decide, like, oh yeah, these people voted with us, so maybe we can build that trust moving forward. I think it'll be a lot easier after, until there's a reason for it not to be easy, I guess.
Thank you. Next up, I'm going over to Jake. So Jake, was today a chaotic day for you with lots of names and plans going around, or was it fairly quiet for you today? And why do you think today was, whichever way it ended up, chaotic or quiet?
It was a little more on the chaotic side. You know, it's the first vote. Nobody wants to go and be the first one voted out, and it's a scary and intimidating thing, and everyone handles it differently. And when you have a group of 9 people all handling things differently, it might get chaotic, and that's just what we've signed up for. It's Survivor. Our lives are a mess.
Alrighty then. Next, I'm going over to Thiru. Do you worry about any idols or advantages coming out at tonight's tribal, or do you feel it's too early to worry about that yet?
That is a possibility of an idol, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and watch. Honestly, it does feel it might be a little too early to worry about all the idols and stuff. Let's see. But I can't say anything. We'll have to wait and watch.
Alrighty, thank you. Next up, I'm going to Rachel. So Rachel, what do you think this tribe needs in order to be more successful in future rounds and avoid losing another member?
I don't think this tribe needs anything like additionally. I think that we have everything that we need. I think it was a really, really close fight last challenge. Like it's 2 points. Like, so I don't think that there's like a lot more we could have done, and I don't think there's anything else that like we really need personally. I think that we just kind of all have to like get on the same page, and I think everyone here like we all have like enough respect for each other as people that, like we don't really want to vote anybody else out. Like we really enjoy like the people that we've gotten to know here, and so like I think that in and of itself is like an underlying motivator for propelling us into the next challenge. And so I'm hoping that like we can kind of take the energy and like the fight that we have from like losing Melissa and then like losing someone else tonight, like, and kind of channel that into future challenges and kind of take it as like a no more please, like we're good, like I like the people that I have here. I don't want to have to like figure out another vote because like today is already making me sad. So I don't know. I keep rambling. I'm like still very energetic right now from the events of today, so I'm kind of all over the place. But
Alrighty, and yes, chaotic today for Rachel. Congratulations, Rachel. Awesome job on the job offer. And then last but not least, I have a question for Justin. So Justin, paranoia and fear can be a very powerful thing in this game. Do you feel like paranoia is running rampant through the tribe right now? And what role does paranoia play in your decision tonight?
Hello. I think that definitely there's been some paranoia, but that's really what's supposed to happen. If you're not paranoid, you're not really playing. And I think it actually will play in the decision tonight, and which is unfortunately but that's how the game goes. So, I'm paranoid all the time, even not playing Survivor.
Awesome, thank you. Those are the questions I have for everybody. Sam, Marcelo, do you guys have any questions for the tribe?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Marcelo, go ahead.
Yes, this is for everyone. You could please show a raise of hands. Who's nervous about this vote tonight? Okay. And that's what you missed on Glee.
Alrighty, thank you, Marcelo. So now I'm going to give you all a chance to say anything else if you'd like to confront anyone, anything like that. So if anyone has anything else they'd like to say before we get to the vote, now is the time to speak. Three, two, one. Alrighty then, no one has anything else to add. So we will get into the voting period. I will send Sam over to the breakout room, and then I will send you each one by one to the breakout room to just confirm your vote. Again, you can either keep it the same as your pre-vote or change it, but at this point, this will be the last time you can change it. So just go into the breakout room, confirm who you're voting for. You can give a little reason as to why you're voting for that person. And when you are done, make sure to leave the breakout room, not leave the whole meeting, because that will be annoying for you. And also, once you're done, don't go back into the breakout room again, because then you'll walk in on people voting. So if anyone has any questions about how the technology of Zoom and breakout rooms work, just let me know. But I will send Sam over and then get started. Okay, so Sam, you should be good to go over there.
Not yet.
Did it not give you an invitation?
Nothing's popped up. Oh, there we go.
There
Bye,
we
guys.
go. Awesome. Alrighty, and so I will just go down the line of who comes first and send you guys to the room. So first up to go over to the room with Sam is Topher. So you both can head over there. And now this is your free time to talk amongst yourselves, give any shout outs as you'd like, do whatever you want as we go through this voting.
One thing I want to bring up to everyone is, and I want this to be a group decision, if this round, this coming round, or the following one, the advantage is played. I want to put that in everyone's heads before next challenge.
Okay. You think this round or the following round? Is that what you said?
Yeah, for this coming immunity challenge or the next one, because those are the only two I could use it for.
Do we get to know what the challenge is before you make a decision?
I was gonna say that, like, if we get to find out what the challenge is, then maybe we can see.
Can you
Yeah.
confirm or deny that, or do I have to ask it in my prod chat?
I actually don't know the answer, so you might want to ask in your prod chat.
Well, hey, at least it confirms that power is legit.
No, he did not. He just said he didn't know an answer. Nice try here.
Hi, sorry, I
Meta
was being
clearing.
hater, but next up is Rachel.
That's like in Werewolf, and you're like, they said I was good.
Like the game Werewolf.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. The host said I was good. Didn't you hear? No, that's not what they said. That's not.
Listen, listen.
And that
I'm
person's
doing the
always
best I can.
evil.
I'm the nicest. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a you are the nicest. That's why you got
That's
the
what
vote.
the wheel said. The wheel I put a magnet in. But I asked it in my prod chat, and I will let the team know as soon as they respond.
Since y'all aren't giving shout outs, I guess I will. I'd like to give a shout out to one of my favorite people, Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh wait, we're supposed to give shout outs here? I thought you meant like when we voted. Like
Honestly, you can do it either way.
This could be shout outs to any friends that are supporting you in the VL or anyone else like that. Whatever you prefer, or nothing. Next up to vote, by the way, is Justin.
Shout out to Julia.
I'll give a shout out to Miss Julia Rowe also. I'll also give a shout out to my inappropriate partner in command, Mr. Edward Morris.
Yes, Edmo.
Honestly, he did comment with some sass on my cast reveal post, so I feel like I do have to shout him out as well. Shout out to the Cutthroat Prod team. Or what?
Gross.
I feel like I should be shouting people out, but I kind of can't think of anyone right now. So shout out to you if you're watching this and you think I should be shouting you out.
Shout out to all of the people that gave me love on my Facebook post. Shout out to my fiance. And I shout out to Lady Gaga for going on tour and the fact that she's gonna be in Atlanta and Georgia in like a couple of months. I cannot wait.
Next up is Noah.
Shout out to Megan Humphreys, special girl out there.
Oh my god, thank you.
Oh, different Megan Humphreys.
Fuck right off.
Shout out to Hot Girl Chris. Where's
shout out to Hot Girl
Chris at?
Wow, it's the way I'm fully sitting here, you know?
But Marcelo, I will get to you.
Hot Girl Chris is doing hot girl shit.
Alrighty, next up is Thiru.
Honestly, shout out to the extra one-on-one chat that Topher made for us today.
Not that.
I'm not gonna lie. So somebody in our tribe asked me to vote out somebody named Trevor today. And I was like, yeah, I don't have anyone. I don't know. I don't even know anyone named Trevor. That's a fantastic vote. I'll vote fucking Trevor.
Trevor, no, we're good.
All right, I'm voting out Trevor. We're good.
And I was
Haven't
like,
gone in yet.
and then I had to go to the tribe chat and I was like, we don't have a Trevor.
Trevor's on the other team. He actually made my card, my awful card from the tribe that somehow beat us that shouldn't have.
Well, spoiler alert, I was gonna vote him out.
Let's all just change our vote to Trevor.
I thought we were all voting Sam.
Justin would have came in today. Well,
Next
I
up
did.
is
I said to
Destiny.
Bye, Trevor.
I said to somebody when someone was like, "Congrats, happy birthday! We're gonna vote you out." I was like, well, the only name I've heard so far today is Sam's. I was so unaware.
My laptop charger full on broke.
Wait, stop. That's what mine looks like.
Yeah, mine is not working anymore. So I'm on 23%. I hope we finish in time.
Aw.
Like what my charger looks like all the time. I had another charger that I accidentally vacuumed. And it also looks very similar to that. So I had to buy a new one.
Maybe the real charger is the friend.
I was trying to unplug my iPhone from the charger and it didn't want to be unplugged. It's like it took the USB cable and it's still in the phone.
So fair enough.
Good. I love that for you.
Thanks.
This meeting is being recorded.
The recording has stopped. This meeting is being recorded. This is very bossy.
Okay, Snap Game. That was a
Next
good
up is Jake.
It's very bossy. The recording has stopped. This is recording. I like it.
You know what? I stopped. I'm stopping, not the recording.
Yeah. It actually didn't stop. It told me everything you were doing when I was in the breakout room. I just got to hear you guys talking mad shit. I don't appreciate it. I heard it. I'm just kidding. You're like awkward. I can't believe it told you.
Yeah, that woman just yells and was like, "Oh, the recording has stopped." I'm like, honestly, it stops when I make it stop.
You should vote her out.
So
Vote the recording out?
The recording lady.
Oh, yeah. I took my Siri off of her normal Siri voice because I don't like it.
Oh, I fully have an Australian Siri as my main Siri.
I just tried to find the way to get Matthew McConaughey to be my Siri.
You can do that?
I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm not really good with technology, but I'm going to figure that out.
I just watched Interstellar for the first time like a month ago. I love Matthew McConaughey even more.
I asked for a Lincoln for Christmas only because Matthew McConaughey's in the commercial. I think that I just deserve it. And my husband had to be like, he doesn't come with the car. Like, there's a chance. There's a slight, maybe he could be my OnStar voice. There's a chance. There's a chance.
Doesn't he teach somewhere in Texas? Like, isn't he a professor sometimes?
If he is, I will enroll back in school.
You gotta sign up. You gotta.
He is from
Last
Austin.
but not least is Jonathan.
yeah, he teaches a business class at the University of Texas.
Yeah. I had the worst attendance record ever, but I will have perfect attendance in that class.
When I got in legal trouble back in 2015, 16, I hired the law office that helped get him off on the bongos case.
Just to see him in the hallway, or like
There's
Or
a
like
chance. There's a
chance.
chance. You never know if he's gonna show up. Maybe he'll be in the office at the same time as me.
Yeah, I think that's legit.
I mean, like, if I'm gonna need legal help, who am I gonna call? Matthew McConaughey's lawyer.
Yeah. I've
Yo,
been to
Ghostbusters.
I've been to court twice. And I have a perfect record. I think I should be a lawyer. I did it myself though both times. So
Okay, give me just a moment to tally up the votes and I will be right back.
I think we should all go around and name our favorite lawyers. I'll go first. Elle Woods.
Sorry, my mistake. Courtney, take your break.
And that she did.
David Schwimmer.
Lola Carmichael.
Okay. We can have multiple Elle Woods.
I was going to say Elle Woods, but I'll also say single female lawyer from Futurama.
Jim Carrey from the movie where he can't stop lying. Or telling
Liar,
the truth.
liar.
I just fucking watched that recently. I love that movie.
This pen is
Blue.
Blue.
I could do a pretty good.
More kind of gangling. I will often quote, "A madman, Your Honor, a madman hanging at the end of his rope."
I'm sorry. I love that movie. This is not a laughing matter because it's tribal council, but thank you for bringing up that movie. Anyway, I have the votes. So if everyone's good, I will get started with the vote read. But before I get into that, if anybody has an idol or an advantage that they would like to play, now would be the time to do so. Alrighty, I will read the votes. The first vote is for Topher. The second vote is for Fridur. Third vote is for Fridur. That is 2 votes Fridur and 1 vote for Topher. Next vote is for Fridur. That is 3 votes for Fridur. The 5th vote is for Fridur. The 6th vote and the first person voted out of Triumph, Love, and Peace is Fridur. Fridur, that is 5 votes tonight. That is enough. If you have any last words, you may give them now.
Thank you, everyone. See you.
Fridur, thank you so much for playing. Production has loved having you. We are so happy to have you part of the Triumph family now, and you may now leave the Zoom call.
Thank you, Thiru.
Alrighty, everyone. First tribal council is done. Seemingly easy unanimous vote. Will everything stay this easy on this tribe? We will see. Grab your torches and head back to your camp.